All right, we are having our weekly online group piano lesson. Every week I do piano lessons for piano teachers on Mondays, and then I do piano lessons on Thursdays for non-piano teachers. Today is Thursday, December the 5th, and today we are going to be doing our weekly online group piano lesson. This is for the Apprentice Stage. Now, the Apprentice Stage is more for beginner level students. And then we have the Maestro Stage, which will start here in 30 minutes. And that is more for early intermediate level students. And then we have the Virtuoso Stage, which is more for late intermediate to advanced level piano students. I'm just going to test the microphone. Those who are attending live, you have access to the private chat and you can chat with me right now. Let me know if you can hear the audio with my speaking. I'm going to go to the overhead view and test out the audio from the keyboard here in just a second. Let me pull up. I'm going to check this to see if the audio sounds good on this end right here. Give me one moment. All right, that is sounding okay. So I'll put that right there. It's always interesting when you're testing audio and trying to figure out what sounds good. Let me go to the overhead view. All right, let me know if you can hear that. I'm just going to test this setting. All right, let me know if you can hear that. Okay. Good. All right. Everything is sounding okay. I'm going to come back here to the front view for a second. Now, today, with the Apprentice Stage, we divide up our lessons into 4 separate lessons every single month. The first week of every month, we focus on a cool song and essential piano exercise from my Cool Song series, and also from my Essential Piano Exercise series. If I come over here and show you the big, thick beast of a book. So we focus on those. The second week of every month, we focus on learning music theory the fun way. I refer to it as the practical application of music theory. And we primarily use several of my books from my Essential Piano Exercise series. The third week, we focus on learning how to play around with pieces, how to use fake books, how to do improvisation. I refer to it as innovative improvisation. And the fourth week of every month, we do a composition where we're learning how to compose music. Well, for today's lesson, we're actually, since it's the month of December, we're going to forego the cool song and essential piano exercise this month, because what I thought we could do is take my book 100 Left Hand Patterns. There is a Christmas section in this book. This book is divided up into 2 primary books combined together, if you think about it. We have 100 left hand patterns in various styles: basic, jazz, blues, pop, rock, new age styles. And then we have 100 songs in fake book format, where the entire book, we have 5 different sections. So we have a children's song section, and then we go into fun patriotic American folk songs. Section 3 is what I want to focus on in today's lesson. Since it is the month of December, I thought we could look at this section. It's section 3. We have Christmas music. I have 18 different songs in fake book format. Now, what that means is you only have the melody with the right hand. The chords are written above each measure, but what you do is you play the music from the fake book. And then you essentially fake it, you embellish, you add. We have 18 different fun pieces in fake book format that are Christmas pieces. Today, I thought it would be fun, and we're just going to kind of look at some of these, see what we can play around with. But I thought it would be fun to look at Joy to the World right here. This is found on page 62 from the book. This is number 60 in the book, since we have 100 songs in fake book format. Again, this is from my book, 100 Left-Hand Patterns Every Piano Player Should Know. You can buy the paperback book on Amazon, and then you can take it to your local print shop and have them put a spiral binding on it. That's all I did with this book. It's very simple to do. You can also go to my website, musicmotivation.com or essentialpianoexercises.com, and then you can actually download the PDF book. So that's something that you can do as well. Give me one quick second. I'm just going to check some settings over here. Okay, that is looking good. Let me go to the overhead view. We're going to, for those of you who have the book, if you don't have the book, that's okay. But for those of you who have the book, we're going to go to page 62, and we're going to look at Joy to the World. I'm going to show you how to play this using a fake book, and then how to start to play around with it. Now, this is the Apprentice Stage, so this is going to be more beginner level. With the Maestro Stage, in half an hour, I'll play the same thing, and we're going to advance to the next level. And then with the Virtuoso Stage, it's going to be even more advanced. There are 5 phases of playing from a fake book. I have a new book in the Essential Piano Exercise series I'm going to be coming out with in January, February-ish, and it is titled Essential Fake Book Fundamentals Every Piano Player Should Know. And it's teaching how to play from a fake book using my 5 phases of playing from a fake book. And I'm going to show you phase 1 from playing from a fake book in today's lesson. But let me go to the overhead view and I'll explain. So with this, we have Joy to the World. Now, the music in the book, right here, look at the music. I wrote down just the melody and the words in the key of C. Now, we're descending. Essentially, it's a C major scale going backwards. That's what you're hearing. Okay, it's a C major scale going down backwards. That's all it is as you're playing it, but the music only has the melody in a fake book setting. Sometimes we refer to it as a lead sheet or a fake book, but all we have is the melody. Now, it's Joy to the World, and again, this is just taken from my book, 100 Left-Hand Patterns Every Piano Player Should Know, and right there, it's number 60. It's in fake book format. It's on page 62, but it's just showing you the melody. What I want to show you now is what we're going to do to add to it. See how we have a C above this measure? We don't have anything above the second measure right there, or the third, or the fourth, but we have a C above the first measure. Each of these measures, you're going to play a C chord, or we're just going to start with a C octave interval. Here, we would play an F octave interval. Here, we would play a G octave interval, and then a C octave interval. That is what your left hand is going to play. The right hand is just going to play the melody right here. Let me show you what I mean. So I just played the melody. For fun, we're just going to do an octave interval. Now, my left hand is going to play a C octave interval. If you can't reach the C octave interval, just do the perfect fifth interval where the pinky starts on C. So you would have this. Now, do you notice how I played every measure? I played that C, perfect fifth interval. Do you remember how I said in the first measure you have a C, but in the second, third, and fourth measures you don't have anything? If you don't have a chord written above, you're going to play the same chord from the previous measure. So this would be a C, 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 C. If I played the C octave interval, then this is what I would play. My left hand would play the C octave interval, and then the right hand is just going to play the melody. Now, in measure 5, then we introduce the F. So I'm going to go up and just play an F octave interval. then a G, that's all I'm doing. I'm playing from my fake book here. The right hand melody, I just played the melody. Now, if you have a tough time reading the notes, in the space there is a face, F-A-C-E. There are 4 spaces. If you look right there, whoa, zoom. See that? F-A-C-E. We have F-A-C-E. The first space is an F. So the third space is a C. That's a C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C, G, A, B, B, C, 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 B, A, G, G, F, E, C, C, B, A, G, G, F, E, 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 F, G, F, E, D, 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 E, F, E, D, C, C, that's a C octave, see, it's a C jump, A, G, F, E, F, E, D, C. We're just playing a simple C major scale going down backwards. Now, the left hand, every time we see the letter, this is referring to the chord. So you are going to play the left hand. The left hand will play, you can start with just the root note C, F, G, C. So you can play the root note. You don't have to play the octave interval. I could just play the root note going down. Now, let me show you something I'm doing. This is fun, and this is something you can easily start to do. You can do this with any of the pieces in this book. The left hand's just playing an octave interval. Okay? I could do it with Deck the Halls. We're just taking an octave interval and we're playing around. Now, let me show you what I'm going to do here. This is a fun exercise for you to try. Remember how I said the left hand is playing the C octave interval? But this measure is also a C, and this measure is a C, and this measure is a C. But you're still playing a C octave interval. It's not until measure 5 when you play F, then G, and then C. Well, guess what? With all of these measures that are C, why not jump around with the left hand? Let me show you what I mean. You could stay on the C octave interval. That's fine. But what if I wanted to play this C and then jump up to this C and then jump down to this C and then jump down to this C? I could move around. Guess what I did? My left hand is only playing the interval, jumping up and down. I'm still playing C, but instead of just staying on that C the entire time, I could go down an octave. I could go up an octave. I could go down even lower. See, it's called a fake book because you are faking it. The right hand is still playing the melody. I did not add anything to the right hand. Now remember, it's a C major scale backwards. The C major scale, if I go from C to C and I play only the white keys, that is my C major scale. The best fingering is 1, 2, 3, cross under, put your thumb on F, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you're doing 1 octave. If you're going to go up and do 2 or 3 or 4 octaves, then when you hit the 4th finger on B, you would cross under again, put your thumb on C, and start over with 1, 2, 3, cross under, 1, 2, 3, 4, cross under, 1, 2, 3, cross under, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can put the 5 down when you run out of keys or when you want to stop and come back down. I'm just playing the C major scale backwards. So watch. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the C major scale. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now when I come backwards, watch this. It's C, B, A, G, F, crossover, E, D, C. C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. Now when we change the rhythm, the C major scale is Joy to the World. Okay, Handel was brilliant. He created Joy to the World just using the C major scale going backwards. Okay, we're just going up, going down. That's all we're doing. My left hand is just going to play that C octave interval. And again, I can jump around. I can start down low. Now, it's really simple. You can easily do this. Again, it's called a fake book because you are faking the left hand. And you can fake the right hand as well. For now, we're just playing the melody because this is beginner level. But that is all we are doing. I'm following the chords. Now, if you notice, do you notice how we had a G7th chord here? Well, the G7th means you have your basic G chord, and you add the 7th interval. That's a G7th chord. In this example, ignore the 7th and just focus on the G. Don't even worry. If it says minor, if it says augmented, diminished, whatever, just focus on the G and forget about the 7th. Don't even worry about it. But what you will do is you will take this and then you can start to play around. Now, what is fun about this C is the second C above middle C. It's written right here. But even though it's written there, what if I want to go up an octave? You can do that. You can fake it, okay? I can take this, and let's say that I took my melody that I played, but I want to start up an octave here. Maybe the first time I do it, I want to start up high. And then I can have my left hand start down low. And then we create these sounds. Again, the left hand is just doing the octave interval. Maybe now I want to move down. Maybe for fun, I do that first line right here. And even though it's written with the first C above middle C, maybe I take it up an octave, start with the second C above middle C, and maybe I do that for the first line all the way. And then here, starting in, let's see, this is 10. So starting in measure 11, maybe I come back down to where it is notated. And then I start here. So I started up top. Now, we're starting to change things up significantly. But what is fun is you can start to play around. This is how you can take your music playing to the next level. And then I can come back down here. Now, what if I want with my left hand to do the octave interval, but instead of just playing it like this, I break it apart and do the pinky followed by the thumb. And I go back and forth like I'm doing eighth notes. Okay, so just going back and forth, playing those eighth notes. See what I'm doing? I'm coming down. Now, it's very simple. It sounds much more difficult than it really is, which is the fun part. I love helping students learn how to play music that sounds very, very difficult and very, very challenging, but it's actually not that difficult and it's not that challenging. And I do that intentionally because I want students to quickly start to sound good on the piano. I want students to be able to sit down and just start playing and having fun where they sound very good when they're playing. And it's something simple to do. It's not a very challenging part, but it's helpful for students who are wanting to have fun, wanting to play around. And there's so much we can do with that. Let me see if I can quickly pull up. We're going to come over here and show you. And I may need to share my screen, see if it will allow me to upload this. Oh, actually, I may come over here. This might be easier. Okay, let me see if I can find. I refer to it as bringing joy to the world. Okay, I found it. Let me upload this. I'm going to share this right here. And now this is a little more advanced, but this will maybe inspire you and get you excited about playing Christmas music, but also get you excited to start coming up with your own arrangements. I'm going to share this video file right here. So let me open up. This is what I like to think of as joy to the world. Okay. I refer to this as bringing joy to the world. It's my own arrangement. You can actually listen to this on Spotify, Pandora, iTunes, Amazon, all the different sites. But let me have you listen to this, and you can watch this music video. So that's an arrangement I did of Joy to the World.
Here we go.
There's some
On your
old
mark.
videos
Get set.
of
Go.
that's actually a few years ago with my kids. We have 3 kids. That's bringing joy to the world. I'm going to stop that right there. We'll come back here to the front view. Just a fun way to play Joy to the World. Now, I refer to that as bringing joy to the world, and that's my own variation. You can listen to it on Spotify, Pandora, iTunes, Amazon. You can actually buy the PDF sheet music on my website at musicmotivation.com, and that's more advanced than what we just did, but it can show you how you can start to play around. With that arrangement that I came up with, and I fully orchestrated all the guitars and drums and keyboard synths and everything, but it was doing more of so it's much more advanced, it's much more intense, and that it's a fun piece. So I enjoy it. I have several of my personal students, my one-on-one students, who are working on that right now, and they're having a fun time. And then they can play along with the accompaniment minus tracks with the drums and the guitars and the keyboard synths. But I would love to have you try to take Joy to the World. And again, I was just using my book, 100 Left-Hand Patterns Every Piano Player Should Know. Again, we have 5 separate sections. This section is the Christmas section, where we have Christmas music written in fake book format. And again, I just took Joy to the World. Try to take Joy to the World this week and see if you can play along with Joy to the World. Again, the left hand, we were just doing an octave left-hand pattern. And it's simple. It's not too challenging. It's fun to have you try. If you can't reach an octave yet, just play a perfect fifth interval. If it's too much to play the perfect fifth interval, just play the root note C. And then when it says to play an F, play an F. And then when it says a G, play a G. And the right hand is just playing the melody. Again, it's a fake book. It's a lead sheet. You are faking the left hand. And then as you get more and more advanced, then you can improve and you get better and better, where you can start to embellish the left hand. And then you can start to embellish the right hand and you can fake it. And it sounds so fun. Plus, you're only relying on your creativity. So you are only bound by what you can think about. If you can think about or create something in a different key or using different chords, you get different sounds and you create different moods. And it's a fun way for you to share your music with the world. Hopefully that helps. Let me know if you have any questions. We're going to start the Maestro Stage right now, but let me know if you have any questions about anything. I appreciate it. Thanks so much. See you later. Bye.